Okay, Jen, on the same topic of websites, what happens when people, so I'm going to say that everybody has a journey and a story. So when I started, I tried to figure it out on my own. That's like one of my big things of why I do what I do, and I help other therapists. What happens when a therapist says, I don't have the money to invest in a website? Like a true conversation of, I don't have the money.
Sure. Then they don't have the money for a business. The website is a critical part of having a practice and getting clients. So outside of their licensure, if they're not ready for taking the next step, and I'm talking about therapists who are starting their own private practices, then they really need to invest more time, within a group practice first and build up. So the way that they could build up to when they are ready for a website and are ready for their own business is optimizing their LinkedIn, their social media, and taking up more of a web presence that way.
Okay,
But
so I'm just going to say,
I think therapists have inflated idea of the cost of websites when it comes down to
yes.
it.
Okay. Well, I want to pause you because I want to go over that real quick too. So Jen is the super like, she'll be direct, but in a gentle way. And Janessa is just like, here's what it is. So your website is your therapy practice storefront, right? We don't have a storefront. We usually just have an office, and we do our work in our sessions, which nobody's privy to except our clients, or online virtually. So your website is literally your storefront. So if you don't have money to invest in your storefront, then do you have a store? It's the exposure you get, right? Okay. So let's talk about what websites. You just said therapists have an inflated sense of how much websites cost. I'll give you a little story on that too. I also want to talk about membership kind of monthly fees on websites versus owning your own. We know my story on that. So what should a therapist looking for a brand new website, what is the realistic exposure to having a website, the pricing wise?
So at minimum, you would have a couple things. You would set up
No, that's not where I'm going. I'm stopping you. No.
You have to
No. Okay.
I'm trying to. Let me say my words.
I'm going to reel you in, my friend. How much does it cost? Not the moving pieces. We'll talk about that later. How much can someone looking to invest in a website, what is a realistic number that they have to think about when they're like, okay, I need to do this?
So realistically, to keep a website running is between $30 and $50 a month to have it online, to have it live, to have it built. Small websites can be as low as 500. Larger websites can be up to a couple thousand. Most therapists, when they're starting out, will have a smaller website that they build on later. So a homepage that describes them and their services, an about page and a contact page, basic things that they need live so that people can immediately get a sense, almost just their business card to start out with. And then as their business grows and their website grows, that's when you start building out more pages for your specialties and more pages for your blog. So again, you can start out minimally and always grow later. You don't have to have the massive investment that a lot of people say that you need to for a big website.
So keep it simple. Essentially, if you're worried about costs, you don't have to worry about saving $2,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was thinking you said keep it simple. I was like, that was me trying to be simple.
No, I meant like when somebody's investing in a website, money's a concern, right? So when you're adding on extras, right? So we've worked together on a lot of websites for therapists and other small business owners. When you say extra, you're talking about like a comprehensive blog or freebies or extra things like that, right?
Right, which gets into marketing, but we're not talking about marketing. Right now, we're talking about the bare minimum that you need for a simple website and to stake your claim online so that people know who you are. And that is a basic homepage with a contact form and then registering that website with Google Search Console and Google Maps. That's going to get you enough online that you can at least give people your website. Referrals can refer you, and you can start linking your website to places like Psychology Today, any of the other therapy profiles and social media profiles. So once you get that first piece, even just a basic website up, you get to take that and build it without actually investing tons of money into it. You can, it goes faster. You get more efforts if you have more resources and finances to put into it, but you don't have to. You just need to start with the basics and then grow.